right, happy Friday. Guys, we're gonna go ahead and kick it off here. All right, guys, want to welcome everybody to our Friday Mastermind. It's 8 o'clock, so we are gonna jump right into it. Hope everybody had a great week, getting ready for a great weekend. Maybe getting some snow here in the Northern Virginia area again, DC area. I got some folks coming in here. Good. Good morning. Good morning. Hey guys, while we let a couple of other people come in, let's get a couple of quick wins from this week. Some wins from this week while other people join.
I'll go first. Good morning.
Good morning, Cheryl.
I have a closing today at 3 o'clock.
Woohoo! Good job.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, this one was a tough one. My client tried to wreck this deal multiple times, but we kept figuring it out for her. So, yeah,
Awesome.
so I'm happy for her.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats. It's beautiful.
Any other wins before we start?
I picked up a new commercial client yesterday and got a signed agreement. So
Awesome. Congratulations.
Congrats.
It's a good one. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congrats. I woke up this morning excited, alive and well.
Woo!
There you go.
amen.
Even
God,
better.
amen.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Good to be on the wake up list.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Any other wins from this week?
Does it count when you have a deal that has been over a year, you're under contract for over a year and you're finally gonna close probably next week, Wednesday?
Yeah, that's a win. That is a win.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I'm so tired of talking about that deal. I don't even want to mention it anymore. A year.
It's funny, man. I got one like that too. I think this thing's been under contract since like August or something.
Oh my
It's just
God.
ridiculous. I've never dealt with this in my life. I'm gonna teach a class on it too, because yeah, the one time when you let up and don't follow your, your guidelines or your standards, you let up just a little bit. That's when it comes to bite you. But I won't talk about it today, but it's a tough one.
Yeah.
And
Was
they're
yours
making my
new construction?
no, it's a
It's regular.
no.
Oh.
And they're paying my my seller's mortgage every month though. They're paying the mortgage.
Wow.
And it's just one of those things where he won't pull out because he feel like he's not losing. But I'll talk about it another time. They're paying the mortgage.
Mine
I
is a
had
short
one
sale.
like that too under contract since May, but they're saying we're gonna close the last week of January, but we still don't have a solid date. So we're still,
Yeah.
waiting for appliances to come in. Like, how are we closing in 2 weeks and we don't have what we need?
Right. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
It was a
Mine
cash
is
deal
a
too,
short sale.
700.
It's a
What? Cash deal?
Cash deal.
My goodness.
I'm gonna talk about it today.
I know.
I ain't gonna talk about it. Get me all railed up.
Well, we're calling those closes. They're coming. They're coming soon. And it's gonna close, definitely.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. But man. All right, guys. Any other wins before we kick it off? Guys, this is our Friday Mastermind. Again, welcome everybody who's joining. It's hey, it's 5 after, so we're gonna jump right in. It looks like it's all us today. So want to welcome everybody to our Dream Team Friday Mastermind. This is where we come together and just kind of talk about subjects, kind of go around the table. Everybody just kind of opens up and talk. And especially on today, guys, I got a topic kind of picking up from, I think this was Monday. I had to kind of rush through it, but I wanted to bring it back to like really spend some time on it. And then we're just going to jump right in with it. It's day 14, guys. It's day 14 of 2022. Day 14. Actually, before I get there, just wanted to make sure everybody has does everybody have the EXP calendar downloaded to their Google Calendar?
Yes.
Does everybody have that?
Yes.
Anybody know how to do that? Okay, make sure you're watching the calendar, guys. For a lot of great training, even this morning. Of course, the leadership meeting starts at 11. Plug into the leadership meeting. But Curtis Dixon is he's over the EXP University, the training side. So every week he does something called light work, where he has a guest EXP agent come in who's doing great, maybe hitting icon, maybe capping, but he does this thing called light work right at 10:30. Jump in there sometime, jump in the EXP world, spend some time. That's where the company is, guys. So I don't dream team, our Zoom shouldn't be the end all be all. You're a part of an amazing company that's doing 80 hours of live training. So make sure you're taking advantage of some of the training, but 10:30 every Friday, light work. And it's pretty awesome with Curtis Dixon. And then they roll right into the leadership meeting. Then right after the leadership meeting, at 11:30 is iConversations. You get to hear from top icons from around the country, just sharing, opening up exactly what they do to be successful. Then there's an attraction series at 12 o'clock, Attract Like a Human. That's interesting. So I might pop into that one myself. And there's also one at Zero to Icon in less than 24 months. Zero to Icon, less than 24 months, guys. That's at 1 o'clock. So a lot of great training. KV Core training going today. So they're filling up the calendar. Back in the day, it used to not be that much going on Fridays, but I see they're kind of filling up the calendars on Friday as well. Yeah, so pop into there, guys. Great training going on today, really every day here at EXP. Has everybody had an opportunity to join the Dream Team Nation, our new online community platform? And those are for our EXP agents. Everybody join? Anybody need the link?
Yes. But can I ask you a question,
Yes, ma'am.
Rod? How
Yes.
do I sync the EXP calendar to my Google Calendar?
EXP calendar to you, Google. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen right quick. Go to expcloud.com. So what you're doing, you're actually adding the EXP calendar to your current calendar. Go to expcloud.com, and then down at the bottom, you will see. Guys, make sure your new agents are, you're adding this to like your onboarding process, expcloud.com. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Go down here to the bottom and hit that little plus sign. And it's gonna add it, and it's gonna automatically convert it to your time zone. Right now it's in Pacific time zone, because that's where EXP is on the West Coast. You see that, Cheryl?
Yes, I can see that.
Okay, expcloud.com, and then scroll to the bottom and hit that little plus sign.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Thank
Yep.
you.
So if everybody else can do this, or write the
Hello?
instructions down, make sure your agents know how to do it. Yep.
Good, how are you?
Somebody needs to mute. Who's that? Jason? Okay. All right. Good. Any other? So with the online community, guys, if you can just take some time when you have some downtime, if you can just go through and add in your topics, like if you have a loan officer or system or tool that you use, home inspector, if you have a credit repair company, let me see, I don't think we have anybody in here yet. If you have a credit repair company that you can add, a reputable credit repair company, because what you're doing, we're sharing resources with your fellow agent. So a reputable credit repair company, and let us know the area, if they're nationwide or they just cover this area or whatever. Please do that for us. Anybody got a company they can add?
Yes, this is Linda. I'll add it. There's an agent in Tennessee that called me yesterday. Well, she has a company that does it nationwide.
Okay. Title, escrow, signs, printing, photographer, plumbers, appraisers. So I'm going to be going through here. I built out a lot of the
Rod,
topics.
Rod, I sent you a message yesterday for a roof company that I talked to yesterday. So I'm gonna add their information there too.
Okay,
and-
yeah, add them. Yeah, Noella, because I don't know if we'll be able to bring them on our calls. We may or may not, but if for right now, if you could just add them. I'm
Okay,
sorry I
that's
didn't respond to you. Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah. And any credit repair, plumbers, termite appraisers. So spend some time doing this, guys. We need everybody to like add content. Even if you see a video out there about YouTube, drop it in there, because once you're in here, you can add content. Just click right in there and just drop a YouTube link of a video if you see something out there about chimney inspectors. So if you just take some time to like, what we really want everybody to do, to like really take responsibility for, like take ownership of this, and this community where you can go in there, just add content, add videos, add information, maybe a type up, maybe you want to do a course, a class. There's no limits to this, but take ownership of it, because it's going to be your fellow agents or your agents that you're bringing up to EXP that's going to be in here, and you want them to have the resources, but you also want to share it, with your fellow agents as well. Any questions on this, guys? There are groups. I know Natasha's been building out the Metro Atlanta group team. So if you want to create a group, if you want to create your own workshop, let me know. Okay. All right.
Hey, Rod.
Yes, sir.
Hey, just to comment on that, I think as far as new agents when they come on board, definitely this is something that needs to be, kind of really explained to them when they, start their business, because one of the first things, besides, I know agents are excited to get their first, either rental or buyer or seller. And the first question, after, they kind of identify the houses, now the home inspection and other things that they're going to need to know right away, and to be a resource right out the gate to your buyers or sellers. It just puts you in a better standing as being an expert to have, because a lot of times these buyers, they may be first-time home buyers or may haven't bought in a while. So a lot of them, they don't just have a relationship with a home inspector, with the title company, with a termite person. So to have those, to know right, to not have to get a contract and then call around and say, where could I get a good, contractor for ABC? Already, look at that information and be armed with it as a part of your, your presentation when you're doing your buyer's presentation. When we go out and look at homes, these are the steps we're going to go through. We're going to write a contract, and then I have a list of resources that I'll have for you when we have to do a home inspection, termite inspection, such and such. So you can already let them know up front that you have some resources available, because and if they have family members, brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws that does these certain things, that's fine. But it's your transaction, so take control of it right out the gate with those type of resources that you can provide to them. So I think really let your new agents, even seasoned agents, make sure you use that in your presentation and know where to find those resources at. Okay.
Yeah, that's good, Tim. And again, add it to your onboarding process where you give them a tour of this and show them how to find things. And like last night, I did a presentation for Patrice, and I included this in my presentation. I shared my screen. We did a Zoom. I shared my screen that she teaches like fitness classes, and she does them on Zoom. I was like, man, that's what we want to do with Dream Team. I think we got people that, some ladies that might be interested in that. And I pulled up this and I showed her, look, we even got a health, wellness, and fitness topic that we're building out. So we would love for her to come in there and teach some classes and help us, with our health, wellness, and fitness part of Dream Team. So that was pretty awesome. She was she was really blown away by that. Like, wow, she was excited about seeing something like that.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, guys, we're going to jump on in here. Because I want to make sure. Also, guys, for 2022, we talked about more cameras. Because when we record these and go back, you only see the people who have cameras on. I don't know if that's a Zoom issue or what. I was surprised by that, but you only see the people with cameras on. It doesn't even show the other people. So, hey, there's Mr. Johns. But yeah, if we can have more cameras on in 2022, you know, not forcing everybody, but just kind of reminding, you know, sometimes I forget about it and I start talking, I have my camera off, but it's completely up to you guys. But we'd like to see more faces in 2022. All right. Hey, there's Gemma. There's Miss Dr. Lola. Dr. Lola, we've been bragging about your video. It is so awesome. I just wanted to let you know that. And they all are. I don't want to exclude everybody, but this is Dr. Lola. I think it may be the little sound that comes in from the nursery for the kids, the little toy. But yeah, she really nailed it in her video. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna share my screen. Let's jump into this. This is our Friday mastermind. So hopefully we want everybody to participate if you can. We don't want to hear the same people talking. If you can just jump out there and share. So Friday mastermind, guys, it is day 14. It is day 14 of 2022. We're 2 weeks in.
Yes.
The question the other day, I said, if you continue to run your business like you did last week or say this week, you know, will you hit your numbers? You know, a few people say, yeah, most definitely. But if you feel like you wouldn't, guys, something has to change. If you operated your business, think about this week, how you operated Monday through Thursday. You know, where are you going to be this time that last week of December? So wanted to kind of do a little, I guess, a checkup of where we are, day 14 of 2022. Is your business a continuation of 2021? Let that sink in, guys. Is it just a continuation? And I guess I'm talking to the people who may not be hitting their numbers. You know, if you know you were nailing it at the end of 2021, then, you know, keep on rolling or take it up a notch. But is your business just a continuation? Has anything really changed? Has your mindset changed? Has anything shifted? You know, are you picking up the pace? Do you have more passion? You know, are you walking faster? Are you talking fast? Sometimes some of you guys are just talking too slow. You sound depressed. I'm like, gosh, are you all talking to your clients like this? You got to pick up the pace in your voice, you know, your inflection, your tone, like you're excited about life. Does that make sense to anybody?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Guys, you know, some of you, you're talking all slow and anybody want to comment on that? Does anybody understand what I'm saying? You got to pick up the pace in your life. Everybody want to jump out there? These first two, is it a continuation of 21? Are you picking up the pace?
Hey, good morning, everyone. Can I just say something real quick? I'm driving, but I'm just going to say this. I just noticed that when I have, you know, in front of the camera at home, I just got to pick up the pace. Like Ron said, you know, Pastor Ron, he said, pick it up. So I just noticed a difference in my inflection and my voice in the morning when I'm up and running. So I just got to get that same thing from at home as I am when I'm driving. I just, you know, literally just realized that with hearing him this morning. So that's all. You know, if I happen to be home, I just got to do this right here that I'm doing. And if I could just jump in real quick to tell everyone I'm having an open house on tomorrow. If I could just say that very quickly, respectfully. Open house tomorrow at 7600 Somerset. Yes, it's 7600 Somerset Lane in Manassas, Virginia, 20111. Show up, bring your clients that are buying. Okay, it's a beautiful townhouse. It's gorgeous, an end unit. All right, check it out in the MLS. All right.
Awesome,
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you all tomorrow between 1 and 3 p.m.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Gemma. Hey guys, everybody do this exercise. Not you, Gemma, because you're driving. Everybody everybody still got the cameras off. The guys, I don't know why y'all got your cameras
on.
Look at I'm looking at half of the screen. Everybody got cameras off. Everybody just look down. Look down. How you feel? Just look down like this. You know, how do you feel like your energy is it's going down, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Now everybody look at this. Everybody do this. Yeah.
I can do that. Won't y'all? Okay.
I can do
For a
that.
second.
Look at the
You do that
smile.
while you're driving.
I'm seeing
Oh,
the
just
smile.
for a second. I'm good.
You feel better, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, I'm seeing more smiles. Guys, you gotta change your physiology. You know, watch how you're sitting. You know, talk louder, talk faster. Anybody want to come in and some of our coaches, Mr. Johns? I don't know what I mean by that. Can somebody break that down? Yes, sir. Go ahead, Donnell.
No, it's whenever I do something or I go into something, even if I'm nervous about it, I convince myself before I do it to raise my hand and say great things and all of that type of stuff. And what you do by doing that is by convincing yourself, you're convincing those people around you. Energy is real. Energy is 100% real. Whatever you feel on the inside, you will project it onto your clients. And you definitely don't, if you're feeling bad, please don't talk to anyone or psych yourself up, because it's important the way that you are coming off and that you share yourself. Like the way that I'm putting things out right now, I'm sure it picks you up because I'm making it, making it excited. If you guys watch TV over the last year, I'm not going to say anything about the political environment, but they can show you something on TV and they can put the words that they want you to feel over it, no matter what you're looking at.
Wow.
No matter what you're looking at, they can sway what you see to believe what you hear. And you can do that in so many different ways, but you just have to be careful in the way that you're doing it. But your energy is real, and you'll be able to project that through your inflection, through the way that you talk, and through your words.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Powerful.
Hey, Rod.
Yes.
I was going to jump in there. Amy Cuddy has a book called Presence that is excellent. It's an excellent read. As you all know, I'm a car audio book kind of person because I drive so much. But and I'll post. She has a TED talk that she does, that she really talks about how your posture, and so all the science behind how your posture, presence, tone, everything affects your level of success. And, we have to be intentional about taking those power poses prior to us entering into any situation. I was in another real estate call earlier, and we were talking about, someone asked me, how long have I been in business? And I said, in March, it'll be 2 years. And they're like, why do I always think you've been in business longer? It's the way that I carry myself. And a lot of times our posture really communicates more than what we say, or even how we're saying it, right? So we have to carry that posture of confidence, that posture of that tone of, like you say, speed up or slow down. Some of us need to slow down. I have to be intentional about my rate and tone, because if I talk too fast, my accent kicks in, and then nobody will understand a word I said because I talk like a Trinidadian. Right? So it's just those things we have to be very, very intentional about. And definitely, if someone wants to see the science behind it and how to do certain things, I recommend Presence by Amy Cuddy.
Thank you. Please drop that in our Dream Team
I
Nation.
will. It'll be. I have a ton of links to put into. into Mighty Networks.
Okay, that's on my next read. I've heard about it, but I haven't read it. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Rod.
Can I jump in? Can I jump in this one?
Oh yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So 6 months in the business, right? My first client that I had by myself, my client didn't know until after we closed that I was still that was my first client by myself. Any clients that I talk to now, they will never know. We're on the 14th day of the year, and right now I just had two people call James yesterday to get pre-approved. If that's any indication on how my year is going to be, then I think that I'm going to be very strong. But either way, going into it, like I said, 6 months, I never let anyone know that I'm new to the business. I come in with the exact same energy, the exact same enthusiasm all the time. And as I do that, that in turn brings people towards me and make people want to work with me because they always see a good personality, a happy personality. They don't know exactly what's going on or where I am in the business. But what they do see is that I'm going to be knowledgeable and that I'm going to give them the same kind of energy every single time I see them.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's good, Bryson.
That's awesome, Bryson. Just want to say something real quick, right? So it's last night during my mentee training, there was this was kind of like similar to what we're talking about, and I think what we probably need to incorporate also when we come to these meetings is on our own breakouts, like on Mondays and Wednesdays. Maybe we need to do a little bit of role play, break us into groups again, you know, like you've done in the past. Because Dr. Bowler and what we were talking about this. One of the things is this: how do people? And I'm sure a lot of new agents has gotten this because I got it, you know, when I started in this business, and it was like, how long have you been in business, or how long have you been a realtor? And a lot of agents struggle with that, especially newer agents. They don't know what to say, and they deflect. And when they deflect, it makes you, the seller or the buyer on the other side, feel like, I don't know if I can trust them. It's not necessarily what you say, it's how you say what you say. So one of the things that you've got to do, especially when that question comes up, is draw on something that is your strength. Deflect a little bit, but in honesty. For example, my first deal, the guy says to me, I'm not entrusting you with my $700,000 home to list if you don't tell me, you know, how long you've been in business. And I said exactly what we've always said. Guess what? I've got a solid team behind me. Even at that point, I wasn't even at EXP. I got a great team behind me. However, what motivated me into coming into this is I know your market. I got into this business because I purchased my own home by myself without a realtor. And this is what I know is happening in your neighborhood. This is what, and that changes the way you carry yourself. And if you notice in my inflection tone, I got excited, I changed it. Learn how to modulate. One of the things that you can do to yourself that will get you excited, especially the 14th day of the month. A lot of people, COVID has spoiled a lot of us, sorry to say. And because of that, we've gotten into this lackadaisical, laid back, I'm working from home mentality. Mm-hmm. Whether you're working from home or you're on the road, one of the first things that I do, one thing that I do is jump out of bed. Don't be complacent. Jump out of bed, do your affirmations, do whatever, go take you a shower, go work out. When you force your body to do certain things, to move, it changes your perspective about life. It changes the way you operate. You heard what John said, you heard what Bryson said. It makes me, I don't want to, in fact, most of the times now in my office at home, right now I'm sitting down, but most of I stand up. Don't sit down and work all day. Change your posture by getting up. Walk around when you're talking to people. When you're on the phone having a conversation, you're walking around, your tone sounds different. You sound excited, as opposed to just sitting down and say, yeah, what can I do for you today? So we've got to try and practice all those things and infuse ourselves with energy. Get out of bed. Don't do your deal in bed. Don't lay down and do it in bed. Right. Sit in an office. Drive to Starbucks or Panera Bread or something. Get out of the house. It changes things.
That's good. That's good, Jimmy. Awesome, guys. So, all right, great talk on posture. I'm definitely going to read that book, Presence. Thanks, Jimmy. That was awesome. Everybody else. All right. So next one, guys. Are you reading your goals? Day 14. Are you reading your goals, your affirmations, reviewing your business plan daily? Again, or is it just going to be a continuation of last year? What has changed? Week 2 of 2022, guys. Are you finally reading your goals? Somebody else, are you reading your goals? Are you looking at your goals, saying your affirmations, reviewing your business plan?
Yes.
Anybody? Pam?
I'm reviewing my plan because, we put things down and I have to put a time besides when I want to accomplish them. And there's like 2 or 3 things I still have to do. And it's the 14th day of January. So yes, I'm reading them every day, making sure that I'm on track to add those things to my business that's going to help me be successful. Those are the points that I'm adding. Because if without doing that, I can't meet those goals.
That's awesome. Guys, I wanted to read a, oh, somebody else, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yeah, I in the beginning, like at the end of last year, I had already written my goals out, and then even in the beginning of the year, as I started this first week, I had to tweak a few things just based on I still had business from 2021 that still carried over that I thought was going to close, as far as buyers that I already had that's pre-qualified, listings that I already had that was supposed to go on the market. So I just kind of rolled some of that into, you know, some of my goals that I had this year to get those closed out. I wanted to close them out in 2021, but down there in my 2022 goals. And then also this week, even last night, I was talking to my family. We were sitting down, just having a conversation about our goals, what we want to accomplish this year. So we all on kind of the same sheet of music of you know, what we're going to do and kind of the sacrifice that, because, you know, normally we have summer vacations that we take and different things like that. And we said we're going to put one of them off because we're trying to accomplish a goal, and it's going to take us being here to make that happen instead of just going off. So even in that, I had to make an adjustment on that with what I normally would do, saying, you know, before this year came, I said, we're going to go on vacation early this year in the spring. We're just going to postpone that. Not that we're not going to do it, but during this time, I'm trying to hit my numbers. So we may not be able to take a pause. I want to make sure I do that, and then we can go celebrate.
That's awesome. Sacrifice, that's what it takes. That's good. Anybody else, guys? Are you reading your goals? Anybody else reading their goals? Affirmations, looking at them every day. Does that mean the rest of us are not?
No, I am. I am. Sometimes I am so new that I just want to listen most times, but definitely I'm so excited. I think I'm driving myself crazy, you know, so looking at the goals, you know, working towards it, making sure everything falls in place. I'm still onboarding in all of the associations, trying to get everything going, but yes, I'm excited and I'm looking forward to it. So yes, I'm reading my goals.
Good. All right. Anybody else on goals? Okay. Have you made day 14? Have you made a schedule and started time blocking? Have you made a schedule and started time blocking? Anybody? What does your calendar look like? Have you made a schedule?
I have made a schedule, started time blocking, and actually ignored some phone calls and texts yesterday because I was already doing what I was supposed to be doing at that particular time. So I just want to stay consistent in doing that. So I'm happy that that is happening.
Awesome. Awesome. Anybody else?
Hey, Rob.
Again. Hello.
Oh, Gemma, go ahead.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna share with you that I made some phone calls last night and sent many text messages.
Okay.
Yep. So to my SOIs. So I just wanted to add that this morning. I did do that last night. I time blocked it. I was able to do it. I talked to Linda, my mentor, for just a few minutes before that, and I got it done.
Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. And Gemma just got licensed too, and she's taking action. That's awesome. All right, goals. Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, I think it's important that you're doing this because it just really kind of shows you, you know, a lot of times in the beginning of the year, we you know, at the end of the year, we set those goals, but to really highlight this right now, early in the first 2 weeks, instead of waiting a month or first quarter to look back, right now you can make an adjustment. I know in the beginning of the year, Everybody said we gonna jump out there. Guess what happened in Northern Virginia? We had snow, we had power outage.
Right.
You know, they shut everything down. My whole family caught COVID. That was not on my goal list. Trust me, it wasn't on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm in
And that
the ER
changes
yesterday, I'm in the ER the day before with my sister-in-law. That was not on my goal list. But guess what? I was still there in my car making calls, you know, waiting for my appointment. I was still following up. You know, people ain't know what's going on with me. But the thing is, you're gonna hit those even in the very beginning of the year. It can happen. And we may get some snow this week. It says coming. But guess what? Don't let that stop you. Keep on pressing forward because you're gonna have those weeks like that, but then you're gonna have weeks where you're gonna just be able to go full all out and ain't nothing gonna be in your way. So what you do now, even in those times, it's just gonna prepare you forward. So yeah, this is very important what we're doing right now.
Okay.
That is so true.
Anybody else? Hey, there's Rose. All right. Anybody else, guys? Reading your goals. Day 14. Now, we said back in January 1st, this is a brand new year, new start. We're going to start doing it. We're going to start nailing every day. So day 14, guys, and like Tim said, this is our checkup right here today. You know, are you doing the things that you said you're going to do? Are you breaking promises to yourself? Everybody promised that, hey, this is going to be my best year ever. But this call today is to kind of get us back on track. 2 weeks in already, but create those, like, you know, my coach calls it those bumpers or those lanes. You know, you can imagine if you ever gone bowling and they put up the bumper guards, you know, this is to get us back in, you know, keep you back on track again. Are you reading your goals? If you haven't, guys, break them out. Have them where you see them every day. Make it easy. Create your own system. It's right there. I can't go without looking at it. It's right in front of me on my computer screen, on my desk, or on my wall. You know, schedule your time blocking. When are you going to prospect? When are you going to prospect, guys? If it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist. It's not going to be important. It's not a priority for you. If it's not on your calendar, it's not a priority. It's not a priority. Anybody agree with that? Anybody? About priorities? What's the priorities in our business in real estate? Anybody? It's a mastermind, guys. Jump out there.
Number one, lead generation.
Yep. Lead gen. It's got to be a priority to you, or you're going to be struggling for the rest of the year. You're just going to be in this cycle, like hoping, man, I really want a listing. I really want a new client, but it's not. You got to build it into your system every single day. You got to be prospecting, business development. That's your major number one job. You got to go out and get business. You got to talk to people. You got to have conversations. Okay, we'll get there in a second. Do you have an accountability partner? Guys, some of you all need accountability partners. You've graduated from the mentor program, but you still need an accountability partner. You need somebody to be accountable to. If you're not hitting, you know, if you're not capping, hitting icon like automatic every year, you need an accountability partner. I'm just being straight up. You need somebody to be accountable to. If you want to go to that next level, you need an accountable, even this group, even if you posted your numbers in the WhatsApp every single day, or found somebody that, hey, I'm going to send your numbers every day. The thing is, you got to be accountable, guys. Your accountability partner shouldn't have to chase you down for your numbers. Does anybody?
I was gonna say, I use the group as accountability. So it was getting a little tedious to put it in like every day. So I figured I'd go to a weekly schedule and put it in like Friday. But just post in the group what I've done that week. And then, you know, when it's coming on Friday, if I know I've been slacking, then it's like, uh-oh, I know I got to pick up because I need to post my numbers in the group, you know? So
okay. That's better than nothing.
Yeah, like you can use the group.
You recommend more frequently because you get to the end of the Friday and you haven't done anything.
That's true too.
You need guys, I'm telling you, if you want to go to that next level, if you want to be icon, if you want to, like, you got to do something different. You got to hold yourself accountable, put some leverage on it. You know, so I encourage everybody, find an accountability partner, get somebody say, or the group, but nobody knows if you don't post.
That's right.
You know, you hide and it's only hurting you, it's hurting your family. Okay. Are you any more disciplined this year? Have you started out being more disciplined, 2 weeks in? Anybody want to talk about some new things they're implementing? They feel like they're more disciplined this year. Again, guys, is this just a continuation of 2021? This is the checkup call.
I'll say another thing I've implemented since all that training last year is I went back to like the handwritten notes. So I got all these little like blank cards from the Dollar Tree. So you get like 8 in a pack for $1. And I just like when I do my circle prospecting now, whoever I get on the phone, if I can confirm they're still at that address after talking to them, I'll send like a follow-up thank you note with a card, or also things that I noticed like on Facebook. It's been quite a few deaths this past week. People have lost parents or whatever. So I'm also using the cards to send a note to, my friends or Facebook friends, after the loss of their loved one. So just taking like an extra step to stay in touch as opposed to just texting or, just responding on a post that gets lost, under hundreds of posts or happy birthdays and stuff like that. So writing the cards, it's a little extra, but it's still prospecting.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Good. Anybody else on accountability, being accountable? All right. Are you prospecting 2 or more hours a day, or at least 1 hour, 30 minutes? Anybody prospecting?
Yes, I am.
Don't even go there, Rod. We can't prospect for 30 minutes. We can't prospect for 30 minutes a day and expect to get, a 10, $20 million business. Now, let's be real. You need to prospect 2 hours minimum a day. We need to. It's like you need air. And that's where we got to focus and think about it. It's not an option. You were saying, what's going to make a difference in your business? If you're not prospecting, you do not have a business.
That's right.
It's just the truth, that's what we're doing. So we got to go and talk to people, and it doesn't matter how you do it, whether it's phone calls, cold calling, meeting people, whatever it is. That's our priority. That's the gateway to making this work. I can be in a class for 4 hours a day. I can do all of those. If I'm not talking to potential buyers or potential sellers, I do not have a business. And that's going to be the reality. That's the backbone of my business. I've got to be out there prospecting. I've got to be on the phone. I got to be knocking on doors. Whatever it takes, you've got to do it 2 hours minimum a day. 2 hours a day. If you do it 5 days a week, that's only 10 hours. And that's how you're going to get, multi-million-dollar deals. It's not going to happen by doing 30 minutes a day. Except if you want to crash your entire 10 hours in one single day. But you got to break down that elephant, cut it in pieces, and eat it.
Jimmy, what do you say?
Oh, sorry.
Well, hold on one second. What do you say to people who are waiting for everything to be perfect? Waiting for everything to be right. All the stars to line up. I got this.
It's never going to happen. Just like Tim said a few minutes ago, we all came into 2022 riled up, ready to go. And then things begin to happen because that's just the way life is. Life happens. What you don't plan for will happen. So if you don't decide right now that you're going to be doing it, even when you don't know how to operate your KV core, you're just going to go out there and do it. Even when you don't have your business card, you're just going to go out there and do it. Excuses is for people that don't want to make any move. If I don't have a business card right now physically, I can go into the market right now and create a digital business card. That's it. That's even the best excuse. I work on, I'm sorry, I don't have any business card, but hey, give me your phone number, I'll text it to you right now. So there's always an excuse for anything and everything in life. But if you want to be different, if you want to be successful, excuses are nothing but just, a figment of your imagination. You just go on and you do it. Do it scared, do it fearful, just do it.
Just do it. Wow.
And the military folks out there, remember this one. No plan ever survives first contact with the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
So you can plan all day long, but when it comes time to getting busy, you never know what's going to happen. So
That's right.
you just gotta look at what your goals are, what's your end result, and that's where you're going, because other things are going to happen that are going to take you off course, but you got to know where you want to be at the end.
Yeah.
I wanted to add
go ahead.
something there. Oh, sorry.
No, go
I
ahead.
wanted, yeah. So what I was thinking, something else I learned about myself from the training last year is that we had to basically track our daily activity, like in 15-minute increments or 30 minutes, and then go back and analyze and see like what we're doing. And what that revealed to me is, even if you're prospecting, you can get the contacts up front, but if you're not keeping in touch or following back up, that's still potential business that you may have had that you lost. If you don't maintain that contact and repeat the touches, then that's business that, could go to someone else. So that's something I learned about me. I'm good at the initial contact, but then I never follow back up. And so that's something like why I wanted to implement the cards, like the handwritten notes. So I make sure I have 2 touches, or after a phone call, even I follow up even then with the text and my digital business card. So at least I know I'm having 2 and 3 contacts. And then I want to circle back around, make that 3, 6 or whatever. So if you keep in touch with people, you stay top of mind when they have, they're ready to do a transaction, or they are thinking of somebody else, they'll have you in mind and send the referral to you. So that's something I noted in my own business.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you so much for saying
Right.
that. Because that's true. Prospecting is not just meeting new people. It's continuing with the ones that you met. Yeah.
Right.
And they have to remember you.
Yeah.
Exactly. So prospecting, guys, how many of y'all gonna start prospecting more? Commit to prospecting.
Raising my hand. I have to.
All the time.
I am.
Got to. It's just gonna be a nice idea, guys, a nice dream, your goals. If you don't put action to it, if you don't prospects is the lifeblood of your business. And this is what it comes down to, guys. You gotta do it. This is what realtors do. This is what all the top producers, the icons, the $50 million teams, they prospect relentlessly. They're either calling, they have the Red X, they have the Land Voice, they're dialing for dollars. They're dialing, trying to get those expired listings, those for sale by owners, those withdrawals, or circle prospecting. They're prospecting relentlessly. So you got to do that. This is the lifeblood of your business.
Yeah.
Hey, Rod, can we talk a second? I mean, since it is a mastermind, how to prospect?
How to prospect? Well,
like what are the proven ways of prospecting that is generic and anyone could do it and it always works?
Just getting out there and doing it.
Just having conversations.
I think if you mean phone calls, you could do, like Joy said, she does mailers, so you could do postcards, just listing. Like you could circle prospect by direct mail too. So mailing to a community, just listed, just sold, coming soon.
But just on a daily, that's kind of long game. Every day you need to be picking up the phone, calling somebody, or being out having conversations with people, talking to, going out, getting out of the house, having conversations with people about real estate.
Door knocking.
How many conversations? Door knocking.
So, I mean, because in practicality, okay, what is it that you do on a daily basis? This is what I do on most days. So you want to say, let's say I want to farm a neighborhood. What do? I get into my Remind, first of all. I pick out the neighborhood. I look at what the likelihood, probability of people, when are they going to sell? I change my settings in Remind. I say, okay, I want to target every homeowner that has been in that community 5 years plus. Why? Because I believe that they should have some equity in their homes.
I want to see, maybe they've lived there for 5 years. I look in there and I see how many names are there. What are the likelihoods that those people are either in high school or middle school? I look at those things and I pick out, okay, good. I've got 30 homes I want to go and visit. I know generally about that area. Then I drive to that neighborhood. I drive through the neighborhood because I want to know. I see what the numbers tells me when I pull up one house and what the average is. Then I drive to the neighborhood to see what's going on in that neighborhood. And while I'm there, I don't go back home to start making phone calls. I have my materials in my hand. Then I go to those 30 or so doors and I drop stuff. Those are the kind of things I do in my prospecting. I drop door hangers on there. And I'm anticipating and expecting that one of the homeowners is going to come out and have a conversation with me. Because all I need in that 2-3 hours that I'm doing that is just 2-3 homeowners to have a conversation with me. That's it. That's how I prospect. That's what you do. You do that 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a week. There's no way you're not going to get multiple listings.
Oh, and Bryson, another thing. Oh,
I was just going to say, just to add to your question, Bryson, and what Jimmy said, you got to take into consideration it takes 21 days to build a habit, and you have to get on the phone, and or get out and boots on the ground, if you will, and do that for 21 days. Then it becomes a habit and it becomes natural, and then it becomes secondary at that point. So that's why I would like to add to that. Like, you have to get out and prospect. If you want, action without any works is dead. You have to get out and either get out your comfort zone, if you will, make those phone calls, make those or make those interactions. Because if you're not doing that, you're not prospecting, you're not doing any lead generation.
That's good, Cam.
another way. Oh, sorry.
The point of what we're doing right here is, just like Cam said, we're trying to get you all in the habit of it. A habit, 21 days, a habit of everything that we're talking about on this list. This should become a habit. This should be like your daily, your schedule, the way you operate, your operations plan every single day. Get in the habit of having conversations, get in the habit of waking up early, like Jimmy said, getting out of bed, take a shower, exercise, saying your affirmations, your goals, looking at your schedule, touching base with your accountability partner. Hey, this is what I got going on today. This is my goal, and then prospecting, having those conversations. Don't make prospecting too deep, y'all. Conversations. How many conversations can you have? 5 to 10 conversations every day about real estate.
That's right.
Don't make it too deep. 5 to 10 conversations or more.
Go ahead, Marcelo.
Oh, I was saying another way, like outside the box, is like when you're hosting open houses and you collect everyone's name, then you follow up with them. You call them back. You never know when they might be selling or whatever. When you're doing open houses, I found that you would at least get one other candidate that you can close or get under contract. I've never gotten a seller from an open house, but I have gotten buyers. So each open house usually leads at least to one buyer when you're generating people. And now is a really good time because so many people are looking for houses because of the short inventory. So they're showing up to the open houses. There have been open houses like way back in the day that we would do, and you may only get, 2-5 people show up. And now you're getting so many more. So you capture that information and you keep dripping on them too. So that's another way to prospect and follow up.
Also, when you're doing your prospecting, if you're uncomfortable with it, it starts to build your confidence. And the thing is definitely putting yourself out there, because the more conversations to have, the more confident you are. And then when you go on these listed presentations, then you're able to just speak freely and be more comfortable with those conversations.
Absolutely.
Hey, I just want to say for the record, it wasn't
Please
exactly
fasten
for me. I was just
driver's
asking
seatbelt.
the question.
I know Bryson's a prospecting machine. But that was a good question. That was a good conversation, because that's
an awesome question.
That's the lifeblood of our business, prospecting.
Yep.
All right, guys. Following up relentless. I heard Marcella mention this. You got to follow up. That's got to be part of your routine in your schedule, your follow-up time. Those people that you're prospecting, you got to be following up with them every single day. You want to be following up with a call, leaving them a call, leaving them a message. Or maybe don't leave a message. Maybe just keep calling them until you get them, texting them, email them, but follow up relentless. I'm gonna kind of press forward. We got 5 more minutes. Push past resistance, guys. Got to get past the no's, past rejection. Day 14, are you still, facing resistance? You don't want to get out there and do it. You don't want to, where's the resistance? Identify it, create some awareness around it. Examine your business, examine your life. Where is there resistance? And how can you push past it? What's that resistance to making that call? Are you still making excuses? Like Jimmy was saying, the excuses. Are you still making excuses? Where's the resistance? Create awareness around it, guys. Where's the resistance in your business? Are you still not straightening up that closet that you've been wanting to clean up? That room, your office is still a mess like mine right now. Where's the resistance? Resistance in your prospecting, your following up. Are you getting hung up on no's? You got to get past the rejection. It's not really a rejection. No, it's just not now. What's your mindset around it?
Hey, Rod.
Yes.
Marcella and I were having a conversation about Chris Voss's book, Never Split the Difference. And he talks about how to get past the no's. It's just understanding that you've just now eliminated another option as not someone that's going to work with you. That's me, oversimplifying it. But from a negotiations standpoint, it's either a process of elimination or a learning opportunity to understand what that person is actually driving for, so that you can either redirect or restate your request in a different way.
That's great. That's awesome, Josh. I wrote that one down too. Never split the difference. You dropping all these great books on us this morning. Awesome. Leaders are readers, guys. Y'all didn't know that. Leaders are readers. I love to read. I got books everywhere. Okay. More focus, more consistent, deliberate, fearless, intentional. Day 14, are you more focused? Are you more consistent? Are you more deliberate? Are you fearless? More intentional about your business? Are you stepping outside of your comfort zone? Doing it scared, doing it afraid? Has anybody done anything this year that they've stepped out of their comfort zone? Anybody? Anybody stepped out of their comfort zone, did anything outside of the norm?
Last week, I do another one today.
Okay.
It's painful.
Yeah, scary.
I never liked door knocking, but I did it again around my open house. I mean, I did it.
What I'm talking about.
I had my
Awesome.
the way I forced myself to do it, because I was like, I know I'm gonna be nervous. I gotta, count these houses or whatever. So I just took a handful of business cards. I think I had like 20. So I'm like, I'm gonna go 5 in each direction. It didn't exactly work out that way because of the way the streets were set up. But I was like, I'm not stopping until I get rid of every card. So the people that didn't answer the doors, that mean I had to go to another door and have a conversation and pass out the cards. So I did it, scared, but I did it anyway. And I mean, it wasn't a big deal. Nobody was mean or whatever. I think we just psych ourselves up, but that's just something I never liked doing. I did run from one house though, because I heard a dog, but but I did it. So that was outside my comfort zone.
Hey, I wish Julie was on this call right now, because she'll tell you, I was driving through a neighborhood that I had never been in before yesterday while on the phone with her, and saw a guy standing on his front porch smoking a cigar. And I immediately asked him, I said, hey, do you know any houses over here for sale? And, just to break the ice, conversation started to a random guy. And he said, nah, nobody likes to sell in this neighborhood. Everybody keep them and stay. I said, well, what's the price range for this neighborhood? Clearly, I had already knew the price range.
Yeah.
But what's the price range for this neighborhood? He said $700,000 to $800,000. I said, yeah, this is the neighborhood I want to be in. And then I told, after we had the conversation, went back and forth a couple times, I said, hey, I'm a realtor. You mind if I give you a couple business cards just in case you know anybody over here that start thinking about selling? And he said, yeah, sure. Got out the car, ran over to him, gave him a couple business cards, exchanged names, had a little conversation, got back in
Bryson,
the
you're
car,
a
said, okay, I'm
beast.
back.
You just such a beast. You're a beast.
See,
I love it.
Bryson is my kind of guy because that's how he do
Said,
it.
when I grow up, I want to be like Bryson.
Yeah, Bryson's he's the model. Bryson's the model.
Yes,
He's the
yes,
model.
me too.
Yeah.
I want
Hey,
to be
we got
like
to turn this
Bryson.
into monetary first. We got to turn it monetary first.
That's right. It's
Gonna have to
coming
do it.
because you're doing the work. So
Yeah,
it's
you
definitely
sowing
gonna
that seed,
come.
bro. You sowing
coming.
that seed.
Yeah,
And
when you're talking
definitely
about prospect,
drive
that's how you
around
do
some
it.
neighborhoods, especially if you got like magnets or anything like that. Also, I did stop by Heartland Signs, and Jim, I heard you got some signs coming. But I stopped by Heartland Signs yesterday and got some car magnets, getting some car magnets made as well. So if you have anything that's promoting your business, like on the car or anything, or on yourself, make sure that you ride through some of these neighborhoods so that your name and your likeness can be seen in that neighborhood, so that you get into people's memories. These are working hours right here, so these are taxable hours for you as well.
That's awesome.
Just to say
That's
something, that's the reason
prospecting.
why I said to you guys, that's why I said I don't ever buy leads any longer. Exactly what Bryson said.
Wow.
I mean, you're a realtor. Be confident. Drive around. Go get a magnet on your car. Drive to neighborhoods you want listings in, and have conversations. Put things out. They will remember you because you're not waiting. That's a warmest listing presentation you can ever have. When you're in a neighborhood, you're talking to people, you're having a conversation, you give them his card. They may call him back in a week, 2 weeks, 2 months, who knows? And they might refer someone because they love your personality, because they met you, because they saw and they felt so comfortable the way you're having a conversation with them. That's the important thing that we got to remember. That's what I always say, as a realtor, you should be so excited that you're changing people's lives. So every time you're going out, it's such a different. Go with that confidence.
That's good.
Hey, Rod, one thing I've been doing out of my comfort zone, I've been talking to builders that will build on your own lot. Because what I'm finding out, even at a lot of the communities, they have waiting lists. Because I have 3 sets of buyers, sellers that they want to sell, but they're looking for a house to buy. And so we've been writing multiple offers. So a lot of them saying, hey, look, we want to build. But even talking to a lot of the new home builders, they have a waiting list just to get get appointment to sit down and pick out a lot and things like that. So I've been talking to builders in Maryland and Virginia about the building process, building on your own lot, looking for land for people to build, and what do they need on the land, and does it need to be perked? Does it need to, as far as utilities, different things. So I've been talking to those different builders and saying, what do they need? What are they looking for? When can we build? Which areas can we use? So I'm actually in contact with 4 different builders and banks that work with the builders to do the temp to perm loans, construction loans. So I've been going down that route because that's gonna open up another area that I need for these buyers that are out here getting frustrated because either they can't find a place where they want to live, but right now they really they really want to move. They really want to move. They out of their current situation. And right now there's just not the inventory there, or even if it's a new build, either it's a long time just to even get in the door. So I've been exploring that option. And so I got some appointments set up this week. So that's something I got out of my comfort zone. Didn't really want to go down that route, go through the land and all that, but it's really educating myself and being a better resource to my clients. So I think that's what I'm gonna be doing a lot more this
awesome
spring.
That's awesome, brother. That's awesome. Guys, we're past time now. The last one on the list was take massive action. So starting this weekend, guys, take massive action. Get those numbers up, start prospecting, looking at your schedule. Like Marcelo said, like, what are you doing every 15 minutes? But time block, guys, you got to spend at least 2 hours prospecting. It don't have to be 2 hours, all together, but, maybe an hour here and an hour later, you're out and about, you're talking to people, but track it. Be more intentional about your business this year. All right. Do we have any guests on? Thank you guys. Great mastermind. Give yourselves a round of applause. Awesome mastermind.
Awesome.
Thank you, everybody. Everybody contributed, and I hope everybody else, took some valuable notes this morning, some things you're going to implement. Do we have some guests on, guys, to hear the EXP presentation? Want to know more about EXP?
None of my guests made it, so for me now.
Anybody here to hear more about EXP Realty? Kay raised her hand. Hey, welcome, Kay. Good, glad to have you on. Okay. Guys, we're going to shift gears. Anybody that can stay on.
Mr. Thank you for letting
me
me attend your mastermind.
Absolutely. Welcome. We're glad to have you here. And Esther, good morning, Esther.
Good morning. I will give you a call later because I have some questions in regards to my applications.
Okay.
So, and I'll call you later to discuss that with you.
Okay, sounds good. Good.